guys, we are back. A really quick little announcement. So after yesterday, Nanoa had a game against an ST where he sent all his probes in the beginning. I'm sure you guys all have read about it or know about it or whatever. If you don't, just go look anywhere on any site because it's all
pretty short.
Yeah. Anyways, so GSL has stripped him of his Code S seed. He will not be playing in GSL next season. And the seed is going to go to Sen, who got 3rd place in BlizzCon. So he's going to be taking over that seed from Nanoa and coming to Korea to play in that. And, yeah. So, anyways, back to the match. That is just a little update for you guys. That is what apparently has happened. So back to the match. Polt against MVP. You know, MVP completely outplaying Polt so far. Scouts in the first game, crushes in the second game because, well, MVP went
pretty ugly so far.
Polt's like, well, I'm going to try Marines and Marauders, and MVP's like, well, I'll just use mech and kill you. And, you know, Wolf was just talking to me because this is almost becoming a meme at this point where Artosis talks about mech and how it's actually superior because it is. And then a lot of people on the internet get angry. They're like, Artosis, you say that one more time, man. Well, Wolf was talking to Polt, and this is actually, I've been saying, mech is so much harder. That's why people don't do it. Wolf was talking to Polt. He said, what do you think about mech versus Biome? Polt actually said, mech is much better, but it's too hard.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to pull off.
Thank you, Polt, for being so smart. All right, we're going in to game number 3. Can Polt come back? It is Belshire Beach. Pretty big map, man. Pretty big map.
Will we see what would be the biggest comeback in GSL history, at least one of them? With Polt down 2 games against MVP, we're going to find out here at the GSL Blizzard Cup 2011. I think now I'm like mangling the name of this tournament every single time. I am so sorry. I'm not really that sorry. In the upper left corner of the map, the Game Genie Terran.
I am MVP.
MVP. His opponent in the bottom right, down 2 games. What will he do this time? We're going to find out soon. His ID?
GSL Polt.
Road of the Lord. It's MVP. He's like, I can beat you with my arms folded.
Of course, man. What he does is he has his mouse in one hand and just plays with his armpit as a mouse pad.
He actually puts his keyboard and mouse on the ground and takes his shoes off and plays with his feet.
Wow. That's pretty good.
It doesn't even do it barefoot. It uses Vibram 5 fingers.
That's it?
Yeah. 5 fingers, Vibram 5 fingers on his toes. Now, you know, if you're just starting out with Vibram 5 fingers on your feet and you're trying to play with your feet, you know, take it easy. You haven't developed those muscles that you need. Soon you have the EPM necessary to be a champion.
There you go, Tasteless. Thank you for that public service announcement.
No problem.
So it looks like Polt wants to go for a very quick command center. Totally a decent, reasonable build here. MVP, on the other hand, getting quick gas. MVP, and especially on this map, we have seen Marauder rushes. Pretty
yeah, a lot
often.
actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good here. But, oh wait, never mind. I saw something on the mini-map and it looked a little bit bigger than a depot, but it's a depot. Never mind. I thought, oh my god, is Polk going like
what's
just
happening?
Randomly barracks? I don't think this is going to work. All right, so MVP, what are you going to go for? Could
he is hiding a SCV down here.
That's true, he is. He's like, I'll show you how to Thor rush. All right. Factory goes in. Looks like that SCV down there might just be for a starport. Of course, if you proxy Banshee, every Terran has Banshee timings in their head. And the speed of the first Banshee getting there will throw them off, and then the speed of the second one will really throw them off. Because the speed of the first one they might chalk up to, oh, he went gas first. Which, of course, if you saw the barracks time, you should know isn't actually the case. But, you know, I could absolutely see someone like, oh, okay, gas first Banshee, okay. But then when the second one comes, you're like, oh, it's a proxy Banshee. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and I mean, the amount of damage a Banshee can do in such a short period of time is insane.
All right. Polt went double gas and is throwing up a second barracks with the double gas. It's pretty interesting. Looks like he wants to tech pretty quickly, but still have a lot of Marines. He wants the world.
He wants the world.
Yeah. Looks like it's not, in fact, going to be a proxy Banshee. That SCV, of course, was used for scouting. Is making a starport in his main instead. SC says, when you tech and get additional barracks at the same time really quickly after making a command center, that's everything at once.
Yeah.
That's like getting a lot of Marines, getting a lot of tech, and expanding. It's like everything.
It's like having your cake, eating it, and also baking it at the same time. It's like, how did you do that? I don't know.
Only if your oven is a belly can that ever work.
Yeah.
Or your belly is an oven. Both ways work, I guess.
Yeah, well, it depends on, I mean, if you had an oven that's a belly, it would depend on whose belly is it,
I think backwards. All right, we have Cloak and a Banshee on the way.
Now, whatever Polt's best strategy is on this map, we're about to see it because you can't give up yet. Comebacks do occur. But there is no room for error at this point in time anymore. MVP has won both games so commandingly, it's almost startling.
Oh, it looks like MVP's going for one base timing here, which this is a really, really powerful build. He's going to have a lot of Marines, siege tanks, and Cloak Banshees, and that unit set together is so deadly. As long as you use it just right, you move in just right with it, it can be awesome. Polt, though, has teched up pretty quickly, so he's going to have Viking, he's going to have his own siege tanks. Oh, MVP does make the command center. Okay, I thought he was definitely going for that. Boy, how quickly he got that tech lab before the command center.
Yeah.
And then made nothing off it. So, anyways, carry on, Toothless. Carry on.
Guys, again, get that year-long ticket. It's worth it.
Do it, man.
You're going to have awesome StarCraft 2 action all year, and then you won't even have to think about whether or not you're going to get a season ticket each month. And, it's Christmas time, so, make a good gift, too. We have the Banshee here now, doing some damage to these SCVs. I guess there's no scan ready right now.
Well, this Banshee going to deal some decent damage, just taking out a lot of Marines. Hard for him to get.
Oh, my God, beautiful.
Pulls it right away, saves that Banshee. He's going to want to turn around and go back, though. Get some more damage done on anything he can. Ooh, takes that extra
going
shot.
right back into that extra scan, or that last scan, excuse me.
With the second Viking on the way, this Banshee does have to turn around. New full hit point Banshee incoming, though. But with, of course, the two Vikings can be a little bit easier to deal with. Still, if you run the Banshee perfectly, you should be able to get away from the first scan.
Man, he's going to be careful. He's not doing quite as much damage with this one, and with two Vikings out, he should just leave.
And will he go into the Marines?
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Oh, I'm serious.
Oh, no. I cannot believe he actually had to force out another scan there to get rid of that. That's like two Vikings and a bunch of Marines, and he still manages to outmaneuver him.
Yeah.
Damn. That's what makes MVP such a good player, is it's like 1,000 little things he's doing right that just build up to this massive lead.
Seriously, that's what it is, man. He's making a medevac now, moving down with the Siege Tank Marine. He doesn't have siege mode yet. It is about halfway done.
Is this
siege
a pressure mode? I don't.
It looks like he wants to definitely put on some pressure. I don't think that he thinks this can win. Based upon the units Polt has, I can tell you for a fact he's not going to win with it.
Oh my God, he's going to get this depot.
Indeed, he is.
He's like,
get out of here.
I'm MVP. What are you going to do? I'm so good.
Target down siege tanks. Seeing 3 siege tanks. That's got to make him think, okay, this is.
All right, no way in hell.
Got hit by the bunker. All right, so siege mode finishing just now, and looks like this is the time he may choose to move in and do some damage. He's got to be careful,
he can use the medevac and or the Banshee as a spotter here.
Now, the problem is there are Vikings out for his opponent, 2 Vikings out already, so he can control the air. It's going to be the Cloak, which helps out here. Sieging up now. Ooh, this is going to be pretty cool, man. But all he needs to do is scan and kill that Banshee, and then this push is over, basically.
Uh-oh, but the Marines are coming up here.
Whoa. Almost losing both, and does lose the Banshee. Now these Marines are in a funny position. Those siege tanks can easily
He might need to get out of here. I think that's the end of the push. What? He's just going to go keep on pushing, I guess.
Oh,
Scan each other. This siege tank is going to be in trouble.
And that was to try to draw some fire and maybe add a little damage to that siege tank so he can 2-shot it. Well done by MVP.
He needs to. I do believe he has to turn around. Okay. I was going to say that attack is now over. Now, Polt does have a supply lead here, guys. He's got about 5 supply more. Not a lot, but when you consider how many things the Banshee killed, that's pretty good.
Well, supplies quite even at this moment. MVP has chosen to go Marine Siege Tank, which will force, of course, Polt into Marine Siege Tank, which we've already seen both players using a lot of that composition here. It's a pretty big map. So, decent choice.
All right, we have more and more barracks on the way here. Kind of a lull in the storm.
Indeed.
And
almost a calm in the storm, but not quite. More of a Belshire Beach.
More of a Bell. We see the Siege Tanks, the Marines moving out now. And they're going to meet right here in the middle of the map. Who's going to get a Siege Road up here first? It is.
And it looks like the Siege Tanks of MVP actually placed way better here.
Yeah.
But Polt with a lot of Marines left over and a medevac. Is he going to? No, okay.
Oh, man, but the Banshee.
Fear the Banshee, Tasteless.
Fear the Banshee.
And, nice pickup.
Oh, nice. Very nice, actually.
And he scans right in front.
Oh, my God, but he went back into this. Oh, my God.
And
I'm no longer going to cast this game. I'm just going to say, oh, my God, 10 consecutive times in a row to convey what's going on.
More macro going on for both players. And Polt actually the first one to start a third command center. You know, that's the problem with this map and why MVP chose to go Marine Siege Tank here. The third base is going to be really, really hard to get. You know,
you need a third base
quite far
with
away. You have to have a decent amount of units to actually hold it. Bases are pretty far apart, relatively open. And MVP now running up. Oh, MVP's stim and +1 about to finish here. Polt, on the other hand, almost has +1 armor done for his Marines. And look at this. Cute move here. Oh.
Yep. Here's another nice little way to get ahead. He's going to have to lift the starport for sure.
Great positioning by MVP.
You know what? He can even get the factory from here, too. Oh, is he just going to go for it? All right. Nice. Taking out the Viking. I think he's almost at a loss as to what to do. And the Viking barely gets away. Just barely. Now takes out the medevac. Beautiful. But the factory is taking hits. Meanwhile, Polt now heading northbound. He wants to try to counterattack into that main expansion. Shooting down these SCVs. This is huge.
MVP does have Siege Tank in his natural. He hasn't got it siege, though. Oh, man. And is it
going to go down? It does. He gets it just barely.
And look at this. A nice stim down by MVP at that last second there.
He needs to bring his SCVs here.
Indeed, he does. The Banshee also can help clean up. If he gets all the Marines, the Banshee can finish the rest.
Here we go. He's getting these Siege Tanks. Oh, man. Very nice by Polt. Talk about indecisive moves here from MVP.
And Polt. Oh, wow. Getting a huge lead right now. MVP.
He's in a really good position.
Yeah,
MVP
he really
just
is.
Lost all those SCVs. He's at 76 supply to the 121.
23 SCVs to 53.
Oh, my God.
Huge difference. Polt with a very strong lead at the moment, but a nice flank here will clean up the rest of this army. MVP has to do something decisive now. You know, he does have the extra base up. In the meantime,
he's doing a drop, I think, in the... well, that was an afterthought now. Well, let's see the engagement here in the middle. He's got the stim.
Oh, boy. It's 1-1 Marines against just 1-0.
Polt's got this. Polt has got this, no problem.
Ooh.
Looks like Polt can win this game.
Up by 60 supply. Yeah, he definitely can just plow through now, Tasteless. No win in this game for MVP. In fact, Polt right now... Oh, okay, no, he's going to say. Never mind.
It's okay, Artesius.
I thought he was adding a building. He wasn't. He was replacing the factory. I'm like, oh, is that a third fact? No.
Well, I think we're moments away from seeing him lose this. He could put one siege tank over there and start damaging the planetary. And there's just not a lot that MVP can do.
Well, it looks like he wants to push this advantage while he's got it. Where is MVP's siege tanks? They are not there.
Look at this. Just baits him into the siege tanks.
And, well, it looks like MVP may hold this, but, you know, he's losing even more SCVs, which is
actually
a sad fate.
I think he will just barely, actually hold this, yeah. Well, that should be GG, I think.
Yeah, 34 spy. GG.
Well played. Very, very well played.
Yeah, Polt very smartly counterattacking. I liked the pressure by MVP, but realistically, he needed to move his units back up when Polt decided to go for the counterattack, because MVP's attack was just to damage and harass. Polt's attack was to destroy the economy, to destroy the natural. So that's the time where you have to say, okay, I did harass a little bit. As long as I move back, I can prevent this from happening, and I have a slight edge. But instead, MVP stayed too long. Polt got that damage in before MVP went home with his forces, so Polt ended up taking that game.
It was pretty brutal. By the way, thank you to the City of Seoul for sponsoring our tournament.
I love the City of Seoul.
As Seoul is actually
my
favorite city.
Of the sponsor products that I definitely use every day.
Come to Seoul. It's actually really nice. I've been everywhere. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Bangkok. I've been to Paris.
I've been all over the place as well. It's the greatest place on earth.
It's actually a better city. Take that, cities.
Yeah. Someone from New York's like, no, man, you haven't been to New York. Yeah, I've been to New York like
He
10
starts
times.
playing that song. It's like, New York. And turn off his speakers.
I love New York, but
I love New York, too.
Seoul is
the
best that there is.
Yeah.
It's the best around, man.
Especially if you watch GSL, actually, because if you're into games and barcrafts, then, yeah, you're pretty much set. So we're going to go to the next game now and see if we're going to start to see, probably look like what we just saw there. We're going to start to see the beginning of Polt's comeback. He's already won one game, but the next map is going to be Calm Before the Storm.
And I'm trying to think of TVTs I've seen here. None are coming to mind.
Not a lot,
at
man.
all. I think I've only seen TVPs and TVZs and a PvP here.
It's a massive, massive map. It is now the biggest map we have here at the GSL, which means you're going to have your own way to play it. So get ready. Let's see what they're going to do here at the 2011 Blizzard Cup at GOMTV.net. Spread the word, guys. Get on Twitter.